We all hear exercise is important. Go exercise. It's good for you. Yet we don't. So let me ask you this. Who thinks that exercise is important? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you think you do not exercise enough? Raise your hand. Oh, wow. Actually, like about half of you thinks either you don't listen attentively to the question or you think you exercise enough, which is really good. Really good. That means you have the discipline to do that. Exercise made a huge difference in my life over the last year. So what I want to share with you today is how it changed my life. What is the research saying about exercise? Why it's affecting us and how? And third, I want to share some tips about how to make exercise a little bit easier because it's not. Let's face it. So I'll start with a personal story. About a year ago in December of 2023, I had a very stressful situation. I was so anxious all the time. I couldn't handle my day very well. I would wake up and anxiety would just hit me like a wall of bricks. And it was like that all day. And that lasted for like a month or so. My blood pressure was through the roof, 175 over 120. I had headaches. It was a huge impact on my body, on my well-being, mentally, physically, and on my family as well. Anybody who has to face me. So I was so anxious, I could not sit through a call. I had to move. So I'm on a call and I would walk around my aisle in the kitchen and I could easily do 10,000 steps, no problem, just by doing that. And it helped a little bit to calm me down, but not really much, right? So what I started doing instead, I started when I have a break, 5-10 minutes break. I have a little elliptical machine in my house, in my parlor, also known as living room. And I would get on it for 5-10 minutes and I would get my heart rate up to the point where I would break a sweat a little bit and I would like really feel it in my body and I would feel better. I would come down, I would feel more grounded, and I would be able to handle my situation a little bit better with some kind of rationale instead of just panicking. So eventually a stressful situation went away, thank goodness. But I didn't stop exercising. Instead of getting on my elliptical machine 2-3 times a day, when I had a little break, I combined all these little bitties minutes and I now exercise for 1 hour every morning. I get up at 6 o'clock, 6:30 I get on that machine, 30 minutes cardio, and then another 30 minutes resistance training. And I've been doing that since December, so a little bit over a year. Every single day. There are exceptions, but those are rare. And like a video call I have to be on at that time, and I cannot. But if it's not a video call, I will exercise through the call. Don't care. So how it affected my life? 4 major ways. It affected my mood, my sleep, my immune system, and my memory, which was a complete surprise to you. You would think I'd be talking about losing weight. Actually didn't lose any. I definitely became stronger for sure, but didn't affect my weight. So I'll start with my mood. I am a much happier person. I am calmer. I can handle stress much better. I am more rational. I'm sure I'm a lot more pleasurable to be around for my family and my colleagues and my friends. And overall, I am calmer and just enjoy my life so much more. And I didn't even realize I could be that way until it actually happened. So why does it happen to your body this way? This is what a neuroscientist, Dr. Wendy Suzuki, says. She studied the effect of exercise on your brain. This is what she says. When you exercise, your brain gets flooded with the neurotransmitters that convey reward and pleasure. You know some of them. Dopamine, serotonin, neuroadrenaline. You probably heard about those. These are the same neurotransmitters that decrease when there is a depression in a person. So those neurotransmitters, they flood your brain, and she says it becomes more fluffy and kind of fat, which is awesome for the brain, apparently. So that's what happens every time you exercise. And it's not just a short-term effect, it affects you throughout the day. So when you exercise, you feel better about yourself, you feel happier, you feel more grounded, you feel calm because of that effect that happens. So mood, huge difference. Next is sleep. Before I started exercising consistently like that, and I can't say I didn't exercise, it just wasn't consistent. It was when and if I felt like it, which was sometimes I did, sometimes I did. So it was very sporadic. I couldn't sleep a lot of times through the night. So I'd go to sleep fine, but then I would wake up at night and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I would stay up for a few hours, then I'm tired the next day, I can't focus, I can't concentrate. It is a disaster, like a wreck whole next day. And that happens a lot, maybe like 30% of the time. Now it happens almost never. Not only I can sleep through the night, but I also can go to sleep when I'm supposed to. I go on time. And so I get enough sleep and I feel awesome the next day. And there are two reasons for that, research shows. One is all those neurotransmitters. They not only affect you immediately and keep you calmer, happier, but also through the night. If you wake up, you can go back to sleep because you're not as anxious. Your thoughts that swirl in your head are calm. And so you can relax and go to sleep when you're supposed to at night and keep asleep when you do fall asleep. And secondly, you're just physically more tired. And that also makes you calmer and makes you go to sleep more easier for you. So sleep, I sleep well. My mood is also third. My immune system, that was a complete surprise. Before I started this consistent routine, I would get every single cold my daughter would bring from the daycare and then from school. And not only I will get that, I will be sick for a week, then she'll recover. And then after the week, it'll go down. My body can't fight it. And I start coughing. And I will cough for like a week or up to 4 weeks sometimes. So there were years where I felt like I was sick nonstop. I would go through my cold with the cough and then I recover, and then immediately my daughter will bring something else. And off we go, this constant never-ending cycle. Now I still get sick every time she gets sick because we're in such close proximity. It is just hard not to, right? You have to take extra measures, and of course we don't. Like, who does? I don't. I still get sick, but it takes me 3-4 days, I'm good. And I don't get as sick. So I might get some weakness in my body and aches and a little bit of sniffles, and not even the full day long, like towards the evening for 3-4 days, and then I'm good. And I get no cough. I haven't coughed for a year, which is an achievement, amazing achievement for me. Amazing achievement. And I could not understand why until I started listening to some of the podcasts about that. So I couldn't find anything, any research that shows why there is a relation between exercise and the immune system, but there's definitely a relationship. Scientists do know that the more you exercise, the better your immune system can respond to bacteria and viruses. So if you want to improve your immune system, exercise is your answer. And finally, memory. That was just weird to me because it didn't relate. Before I had my daughter, my memory was excellent. I could remember in a month what we discussed in a meeting, who was there, what was the action item, who's the owners, what was the deadlines, everything. In a month, you ask me, I'll tell you. After I had my daughter, I don't know what happened to me. I couldn't remember anything, which was okay because I promised stuff to my friends and family, don't remember. I say I will do some work and don't remember. So I had to write every single word or it's gone from my memory. It's just horrible. And then after exercising, I noticed a big improvement. I actually can remember things. It's not back to the point it was before pre-birth. So I think something happened with me, with my body after birth, but it is so much better. It's probably like recovered 70% to what it used to be, which is wow, amazing, amazing. And what Dr. Suzuki says, also that saving for scientists, is that when you exercise, it stimulates the release of the growth factor in the area of the brain called hippocampus. And that area of the brain is responsible for learning and memory. So when growth factor is released while you're exercising, the new cells are being produced. They actually grow new cells in your hippocampus. And that makes your memory, long-term memory, much better. So it helps with learning, it helps with retaining information in your brain. Wow, I would never in a million years thought there is a relationship between exercise and memory, but I'm glad definitely that there is one. So mood, sleep, immune system, and memory, it helps me. So we all know we should exercise, but we don't, really not. Some of us do, some of us found ways, and congratulations to those who do, but some of us need some help. Why does it happen? Why does it happen? Why do we know we need to exercise, but we don't? What research shows, it's an immediate reward system. So if you watch a movie on a couch and snuggled in your favorite blanket, and have your favorite pets by you that you love, and then you need to abandon all of that and go to the gym, you have to drive there and it's cold and you have to change your clothes, it's uncomfortable. And then you go on the exercise machine and start aching and your leg hurts and your tummy aches and burns and it's uncomfortable. And the reward is not immediate. The reward is sometime in the future. I will lose 5 pounds in 3 months, or I will get better with my sleep, not tonight, but sometime later. But the reward of staying on the couch is immediate. So your brain will automatically pick the one that seems better in this moment over thing that is hard and the reward is somewhere in the future. So it's a bit more vague. So your brain will automatically fall for that. And we have to come up with tricks to make it easier for us to exercise. So 3 advices that I have. First and seconds also come from Dr. Suzuki. She is so awesome. 1, find and do what you like. Find and do what you like. It doesn't have to be going to the gym or doing a yoga class that you hate the whole time through. Like, I hate you. It can be something else. Line dancing, huge example. If you substitute for the gym, you probably would spend less time doing that exercise, right? It's a great exercise. It could be playing tennis. For me, the way I found it, I play video games through exercise. I know it sounds weird, but I'm a die-hard video game fan. It helps me through that hour. Sometimes I over-exercise because I get so much into the video game. So that's my hack. You can listen to a podcast while you're exercising. You can do a thing that you really like. It could be a walk with your dog, but it has to be a brisk walk so that you get your heart up and you feel it in your body. It's not like pleasure. That's not going to do much. So find something you enjoy. Second, start small. Start small. You're not going to run a marathon from the first try. Okay, that's not going to happen. And if you try to, you fail. If you go to the gym 2 times and you want to start something in between a week, start a 15-minute walk. Brisk walk is really good. Then you can extend it to 30 minutes. Start something small. It can be at home. There is a bunch of videos of exercise on Instagram and other social media. Find the one you like. It could be a dance that you want to learn. Samba Rumba. I don't know. Find something you like. Second, let's start small. And third, commit to it and schedule it. There's this research showing that when you write down a goal or you schedule it on a paper, you're committed subconsciously. You think, oh, it's dumb. I know what's my goal is, all right. When you do, you commit unconsciously, and there is much more, in fact, 70% more. What's what I'm looking for? Possibility that you will actually do something to meet that goal. 70% more, which is huge. So schedule it. If it's a walk, put it on your calendar. Okay, for this, every Wednesday, I'm going to go for 15-minute walk at my lunch hour. Or have it with a friend, with your wife. Okay, honey, every morning, 10 a.m., we're going for a walk. Every Monday and Thursday. When you are committing to somebody, or even writing on a paper, it's much more likely to happen. And then it becomes part of your routine. And when it becomes part of your routine, you don't even have to remind yourself. You don't even need somebody to keep you accountable. It will happen. For me right now, if I don't exercise every morning, I feel weird because it's out of place. It's part of my routine now. So, in summary, exercise changed my life tremendously. My mood, my sleep, my immune system, my memory. If you want improvement in these areas, exercise is the answer. It is the answer. And I'm die-hard fan of exercise right now. And the 3 ways to make it a little bit easier is 1, find what you like and do that. 2nd, start small. And 3rd, commit to it, schedule it, and then it becomes a routine. It's much easier to actually stick with. So I really hope we all exercise more. Let's go exercise.
Awesome.